Moet ek hom stop?
Ja. Okay, start up.
Yes, it's starting.
Oh, Melissa sê die bodycam eers af, of wat gaan jy doen?
Nee, wag net eers. Ons kyk eers wat alles opkom. Mute.
Ek kan nie die...
Mute. Klank is aan. Okay. Okay, we are live. I don't know where. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
I'm still trying to see where we at.
I want to move the Instagram phone up because you guys didn't leave space for the charger. Actually,
Okay,
we'll
you
need
do
it.
what you
Let's
wanna
see
do.
if we need it. Let's see if we need it. We probably will.
Okay. Yeah, we're on YouTube. YouTube looks good. Let's just give it a second to settle in to see if we're gonna have
Issues.
Live.
Hello, everyone. Is Insta live?
Yes.
Hi, Instagram. I hear YouTube is on. I don't know if you guys can see us. Tell us what you think of our setup. We have a body cam also. GoPro on, working. See, so you guys
yes,
can
get seasick.
see my sewing, and I can show you what I'm doing on the machine.
We've got 14 viewers on YouTube. Hi everyone, say hello in chat. Do you guys see my little camera in the corner? I'm like pointing towards it, but I am in the corner.
So all of you that had to keep getting live stream notifications today, we were setting up this whole business. You can see that Lisa's there. My Mac is, see, I can do now. I have to do the body cam to pull back the shoulders. Can you see the setup? Look at all the cables going. There's Lisa.
Oh my god, don't look ridiculous.
There's our stream. We are getting there, guys. Professional. And I look like I have a sports bra on.
Hi, Butterfly Dreams.
And say
Hi,
hi to
Bernice.
Matthew. Hello, Matthew.
I did not consider this as an option.
Yes, Matthew's in the screen.
Oh, no.
Look at
Matthew is
Matthew.
Instagram good.
Yes. Christian
Okay.
says that she can't see you. I think the people are wondering where you are
Me?
on Instagram. Yes.
Oh, I'm coming now. I'm just checking that Facebook is all good. It's loading. Okay, Facebook looks good.
Well, does it?
Oh, it's because I wasn't going to check it on here. But yeah, okay. Facebook is good. Hi, guys. Oh, Bianca Patterson. Hi, Sandra Curtin, Pamela Oliver, Jessica, Marsh, Buzukli. Hi, everyone. Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Tell us what you think of our setup.
There's a
If
few
you-
newbies
If
here.
you can, go look at YouTube. We are very, very
Profesh tonight.
profesh on YouTube and also Facebook. No? Just
Yes,
YouTube.
and Facebook.
And Facebook. So, if you're Instagrammer, please don't leave us on Instagram, but also check out YouTube and Facebook. We have more than one angle there. With Instagram, we are only allowed one angle, unfortunately. But we also have the body cam. Look, see, body cam, me working.
Sorry guys, we're gonna get started soon. I'm just double checking that everything's working with our new setup because we changed everything today.
Yes.
Okay, it looks really, really good on Facebook, on the group. Hello to the group people as well. This is the first time we're live streaming to the Facebook
Oh,
group.
hello, Fabric8 Creative. What's the group's name? Something like that.
Something like this, only one person. Creative Arts fan page.
Creative Arts fan page.
Hi Lucretia, watching from Facebook, from Cape Town. Hi, we're also in Cape Town. Hoping it
Hello.
doesn't rain and make a noise tonight. Hi Tasha. Hello, hello. Janet. Yolin. Okay, Matthew, are you
Maybe
gonna
I
come
should lift this just for
monitor
now,
here?
so that you
and
guys
then
are
I'm
not
gonna say hi.
watching my legs.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna switch. Oh, I want us to keep the GoPro camera on for today, just so that we can show it off a little bit. But in the future, we will switch the GoPro
I've
cam
put it-
off unless we need
I've
it.
done the above bust look so that you guys get a better view than not looking at the bin.
You guys can see Matthew in the right-hand corner at the bottom now. So, hi, Matthew.
Hello, everyone.
Hi guys, please tell us what you think. Tell us if it's working, if it's not working. We have tried everything. We went through 4 computers today. Lisa has been busy the whole day. She first tried it on our laptop, our PC laptop, didn't work. Then
At
she
all.
tried it, not at all. Then she tried it on her
Laptop.
Apple laptop. Worked, but couldn't get all the views. Then we did it on our brand new PC, which is a very good PC. It didn't work. We eventually had to get my iMac out of the office and set it up here. As you can see, look.
Look
My
at the little
iPad.
nanny cam.
Yeah.
I think that's what we should call this. We call this the nanny cam.
Yes. And it seems to be able to manage.
But you guys should
You
look.
can-
there
I'm
we've
gonna
got
show you.
cameras here, we've got
I'm going to
cameras
show you
here.
because now, look, there's a camera. Hello,
Everyone is saying they really
Instagram.
like it.
Is it?
Yes, everyone is saying
And we
they like
should
it.
have. I think we have
This is
quite a few
YouTube.
YouTube.
Hello,
So shout
YouTube. Hello. Smile for the camera. And that one is a close-up over there.
Yeah, with the noise
Yeah,
machine.
you can't see it, but that's the close-up. So,
Almost touched the iron.
hopefully the 2 people that complained last week
Won't complain again.
won't complain tonight. Especially not on our feed.
On our free live stream. feed.
On our free live stream, we do not actually accept complaints.
Okay, Matthew, give us some shout outs of the newbies. Guys, if you're new, if this is your first time
Yes,
here.
if you're new, show, give us a poo emoji. Newbies poo emoji.
Lucretia, Yolan,
Hi, Yukrisha. Hi, Yolan. I already said hi to them.
oh, I didn't. I was.
Read further.
Come on, newbies, give us some poo emojis.
And then just a notice in general, guys, there's about a 30-second delay. So if we're a little slow in responding to you, it is because you have to wait 30 seconds before
Yeah.
we are able to respond.
We actually counted it out. It's 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying now takes 30 seconds to get to you. I can count it out for you.
You guys can also go to www.fabric8.co.za/live-Tuesdays, and I will put it on your screen soon. I haven't told Matthew how to do that, so I will go and put it on
When
soon.
we start, yeah.
It's also in the description box. It is on the WhatsApp groups. It is everywhere. So go to that link to download the pattern for free tonight. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as pretty as our patterns usually do because I spent all day sorting out the live stream.
But we will fix it up. It also comes with instructions. The instructions will also be fixed up.
Yeah, we'll
And,
upload it all tomorrow.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
for now, you can print out the pattern and follow along. And then Amanda, you can tell them what Live Tuesdays is for all the newbies here. Matthew, do we have
Veronica
newbies?
and Linda.
Hello,
Veronica.
Linda. Hello, Veronica.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Amina says we need to get angles on Instagram too.
Yeah, Amina, we
We
should.
don't
But Instagram.
know how. Have you got an extra phone to give us? Because we already have 4 phones, an iPad, and an iMac.
And a battery
And a
monitor.
GoPro. Okay? So we
That's not
we
even
have
the
run
problem.
out.
So just let's say our OGs, our original gangsters, are our Instagram live viewers. So thank you for sticking around with us. Unfortunately, even though I spent all day upgrading the other live streams, we cannot upgrade the Instagram live stream because Instagram doesn't allow, as far as I know, so correct me if I'm wrong, let me know, send me an inbox. But Instagram doesn't allow third-party software to stream to Instagram. So the only option we have on Instagram is to use one phone, but because of how we set everything else up, because of how we set everything else up, Matthew will be zooming on that camera. He will pick it up and show you some close-ups. So you will also get in on the action. But if you are able to do what I think it's what Lynn does,
She sits in
Have
front of her
you-
TV with the Instagram to type
to
on
chat.
and watching on YouTube.
Yes.
So if you have a smart TV or one of these smart boxes, or even just an Apple iPhone, you can actually throw it to your TV. I don't know about other phones. I know nothing about anything that doesn't
Oh, we are looking at the wrong camera.
Oh, we should be looking here.
You are also just
But
looking
also
there.
Instagram.
Somewhere in the middle
Somewhere
here.
Hello.
It's because
Okay, guys, so
everything
this is
changed.
Live Tuesday. I'm Amanda. This is my daughter Lisa. The boyfriend Matthew. He's our cameraman. Lisa's down from Pretoria. She's studying in Pretoria at the moment. Can you see? University of 𝐋𝐈𝐕𝐄. Ugh, why? Anyway, she's busy with an M in child law. And she is down for 2 or 3 weeks, so you might see her next week and the week after still again. Otherwise, she normally tunes in via remotely, yes. Okay, so we are the owners. We also have another partner, which is Jean. She's normally on the live stream, on the chat. We are the owners of Fabric8, and we are a creative supply store. And we hope to, in very soon and now, but hope to be your absolute go-to for anything creative and crafty and sewing and knitting and crochet. We have I can show you.
No, tell them what Live Tuesdays is.
Did I not do that? Okay, so I'm not allowed to show you yet, but okay, Live Tuesdays, what do? We chat sewing. I am a so-called sewing expert.
I'm a marketing expert.
Yeah, she's a marketing expert. So,
Self-proclaimed.
yes, but she is good. You here because of her. Okay, so, and we do a short tutorial for about an hour from 7 to around about 8. And then from 8 to anything from 8:30 to 9-ish, we do a Q&A.
Question and answer
yes.
for the ladies who don't understand.
Yes. And you can ask me anything sewing, even other things. I know a few things but sewing, but if I don't know, I'll get you the answer. And for everyone that is watching and that is waiting for us to start selling wool,
work in progress.
I can show you. I'm gonna live cam it. Live cam. If you can see there, look.
Look at the baby cam at the middle of the screen. Here somewhere.
I'm gonna go around and around. Lighting isn't very good, but we have received our wool stock. It is not up yet, but very soon. Okay.
Also, so if you ever need anything, if we say go download this, go click this link, go do this thing, whatever, it is always www.fabric8.co.za/live-Tuesdays for Live Tuesdays, and if it's anything else, it's always /insta-link. Insta link. Okay. So I'm going to post those links
We
for
also
you guys.
have buttons on the website now.
Yeah, we have buttons
We've
on the website
put on
now.
2 pink buttons in the top horizontal
Yes.
so
if you don't
menu.
find it, just go to Fabric8.
Click, go www.fabric8.co.za. In that horizontal menu bar, there's 2 pink buttons now. That's where it's at.
Yes. So
Okay.
if I'm saying go check out our other social media pages and stuff, it's all there. Our WhatsApp groups, we've got, I think, 3 or 4 WhatsApp groups now. Some for chatting sewing, some for chatting sewing in Afrikaans, and some for just general Fabric8 updates.
Yeah.
We also have a giveaway going on right now, so if you haven't entered yet, go check out our socials afterwards. You can win one of these babies. And we have, 25 patterns? Something like that.
23. We at number 23. Project
so we've got
23 today.
23 unique different patterns. Some of them include instructions. We are trying to include instructions with all the new patterns that we're doing. But they're free for download. So
yeah. And they are free. Let me put it out there. They are free for a limited time. Then they are not going to be free. Okay? So get them. The pattern that we have up tonight is a pattern that I sell. I used to sell it in an envelope and everything, and it was, I think, 75 or 90 rand each. I have given it to you for free.
Yes. And she used to teach this pattern in her sewing, in-person sewing classes
pre-COVID. So this was the level 1. This was the level 1 project pattern for my sewing class. So all my old students would recognize this, will recognize this, and will know how to make this. And if they didn't do it again, they can check it out now and see how to do it again.
So we try to keep things fun and interactive. So if you guys have questions as we go along the project, please ask them in chat. I'll be monitoring half of the chats on this side, and Matthew will be monitoring the other half of the chats on that side. So we will interrupt and say, hey, you know that thing you just did? Tell me again. I'm confused. Explain this.
Yeah.
Show closer. We got you. We'll explain.
But keep your questions to the tutorial that we're busy with. The general questions is for afterwards.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, I am ADD, and it's very
We'll
late.
get distracted.
My medication is long time gone. I get distracted and I go on and I don't finish the pattern. So the pattern tonight, let me just say.
Okay, but let me leave. So I'm
Okay.
going to go and monitor chats now. And I will post those links on screen for you guys. I think most of our Instagram people, you can click the link in our bio. It is always that link. I'm going to move out and we're going to start our Neverfull Bag.
And I'm going to go under bust and check my stream here. It looks right. Ripe and ready. Okay, guys. So, what I wanted to say is this project, we probably, I've pre-worked it like I've previously done to get it to be shorter so that it fits into our time. But if we do not finish, we will be finishing it next week, okay? So as soon as we get the instructions up, you can actually work on your own. The instruction page, which hopefully will be up tomorrow or the day after, they have the finishing of the instruction. Let me show you the bag. Okay, so the finishing in the instructions, I can't show you, but I can do a close-up here. At the top of the bag, the instructions is finished with a bias binding, okay? But in the tutorial now, live, I will show you how to make it without a bias binding finish at the top. Okay, so that's basically the bag we're making, all right? This is one that has not been quilted. It has a little inside pocket. All right, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it quickly. The name Neverfull. Anyone who is a Louis Vuitton fan will know that the Neverfull is a very classic. The straps haven't been fastened yet so that I can show students how to. It's a very classic Louis Vuitton shape bag, and I copied it. Okay. Anyone who hasn't I reworked it, reinterpreted. Anyone who has a Neverfull, Louis Vuitton Neverfull, will know that it has this hanging bag on the inside. The only thing that we have not added is the two little pulls here on the side, but I never use them, so that's why they're not there. Okay. So, the pattern, well, you will see, as I said, it's not been made nice. It's just, we've just put it up so that you have it. And I've had these because of the classes. So they will match up like that. And all the pieces like this, okay? So mine got wet, can you see? Yeah. Okay, and then it actually, every piece of it, I'm going to just move this iron out of my way, okay? So, whoa! Flipper now. Well, we will see if it can handle that.
You started point. It was strong enough for
Well,
you to throw
we will see. That was not very bright. Anyway, okay. So, on the big piece, which is obviously the bag body, it says here, cut 2 times fabric, cut 2 times lining fabric. So that is my 2 times fabric. I've pre-quilted.
Yes, guys, I'm just fangirling about this setup. It's so cool. The GoPro cam. Come on, guys. Can we just have some freaking poop emojis? It is so cool.
Freak out. Okay, so we have 2 of the outer fabric and 2 of the inner fabric. I've pre-sewed some of it so that we don't take so long, because the outside and the inside, it's exactly the same. It's you basically making a double bag, okay?
Amanda, people are asking where can they get the pattern?
www.fabric8.co.za/live-Tuesdays. So I cannot type that in the chat, but Matthew's going to type it and try and pin it for you.
Matthew typed Insta-link. Matthew's not up to date with the latest.
Insta-link is also okay. You'll find your way from there. If you just go to the Fabric8 website, at the top of the website, we've got two massive, ugly pink buttons.
Yeah, it's two
and
buttons.
One of those buttons will get you to the free pattern.
Something blog, ne?
Yeah.
And the other one says
free sewing classes or something like that. That is where you'll get the free pattern.
Where. Just go to www.fabric8 with the number 8.co.za. Okay, so basically we need two outer pieces of this, two lining pieces, and two pieces of what's called here on the pattern it says batting, but we must know from experience that we use the fusible batting, which is not this. Where's my fusible batting? Over here. Fusible batting. So it's, and on this side you can you see? I don't know. On this side it's got glue. One side it's got glue and the other side is just normal batting. All right. Okay, so we need four pieces of fabric and two pieces of fusible batting. All right. Then we have the bottom, which is the base. We need a lining base, and we need one piece of lining, one piece of fabric, and one piece of fusible batting. I'm just going through this quickly because the instructions are actually on the pattern. All right. Then there's two more pattern pieces. We have a big piece like this, and I'll just check what it's called on the pattern. It's called the inside zip bag. Can you guys see that? Inside zip bag back. 1 times fabric and 1 times lining contrast. It doesn't need two pieces. It actually just needs one piece, okay? And then there's the next two pieces, which the one is called the inside zip bag bottom and the inside zip bag top. Now let me explain to you how that works. This is that little sling bag inside. So we're gonna basically put it together like that and obviously have a zip there. Okay, so what else do you need? I'm gonna give you a measurement for a zip. Zip should be a 25 centimeters zip. This is a problem because I took inspiration from a bag. It is obviously not made for commercial zips, okay? Because you get a 20 centimeter zip and you get a 25 centimeter zip. Now a 20 centimeter zip is too small for this. And a 25 centimeter zip is too big for this. So I normally just go with a longer zip, which is a 30 centimeters, because I can shorten it to fit. And we did a live stream on zips 2 weeks ago, Lisa, eh?
Something like that.
And on that, I actually show you how to shorten these zips. All right. So we shall start by... Again, we have a live stream where we did the oven mitts.
Ooh, the oven mitts is a good one.
The oven mitts is the one, let me find it quickly. I don't know where it is. The oven mitts, and also we have remember we did a live stream with the sewing machine cover. These are all quilted. But I show you how to do the quilting in the oven mitt one. Okay, so I'm not going to redo things. Basically, what I did is I took my fabric, I ironed on my batting, I drew lines on it where I wanted my, can you guys see on this? Yes. Drew and sewed through it. So I'm going to go close up here. Can you see? And that's the back. And then I'm going to just show over here. That, and that's the back. All right, and you might ask me, why am I doing diamonds? I will show you why I'm doing diamonds. So obviously making this bag 150,000 times, it took me twice to figure out that if I'm making, you see this bottom is squares. Let me try and get close up here. Can you see? It's done in squares compared to this one, which I did in diamonds. Now, can you see what happens to the square? It folds weird. It folds, the bottom of the bag wants to collapse like a shopping bag. Okay? So, but if it's done in diamonds, can you see that it doesn't actually fold like that? Just for Instagram, let me come a little bit closer. That is the fabric quilted with the batting on the side, on the back side. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we are actually going to finish this small bag first. Alright? So now we're going to hopefully see that my iron is still perfect. Perfectly working after falling on the concrete floor. Very, very smart of me. I'm just trying to get it closer, baby. That's why. Okay.
Just give Matthew an indication if you want to show something close up, then he'll move the camera.
Okay.
For Instagram.
Okay, but I don't you think you can just be close for the whole tutorial?
Well, you
Standing
can be. Yeah, you can handhold the whole thing if you want.
Yeah.
Up to you guys.
Okay, so also I overlocked all the pieces. It is not necessary. The reason I've done that is because this is a very a fabric that frays very easily, and because we might work on it for 2 weeks. I was scared that it was gonna go completely screwed up because we working on it. So these two pieces that go like that, I have, if you turn them over wrong side up, you see that I have ironed in a small, is it 5, maybe it's about a centimeter or less, but it doesn't really matter, but nothing more than a centimeter, okay? Just on those two. If you're not overlocking all the way around, you do need to overlock these two that we are turning over like this. So if you're not overlocking, you are definitely going to overlock that one before you fold it over, and this one before you fold it over, because this is a raw edge that's going to stay raw. All right, so this is what we called an exposed zip. So just to explain, that means these teeth, the plastic teeth of the zip, actually shows. So because I have a too long zip, I'm only going to aim on the one side to get it perfect there, and I'm going to just start pinning. Because it's an exposed zip, we do not do all that other things we did with the other zip. So I'm just going to work from the one side and pin it. Can you see? Yeah. This is so cool, man.
So Instagram, there seems to be a poor connection. I'm just going to make sure you connect to the right internet quickly, so you might be paused for a second.
Well, that's the other thing with Instagram. We can't get that, because we can't stream it through the computer, we still have to go on Wi-Fi with it. While the other two platforms, we are now streaming through our LAN cable. So it's getting the full internet. Okay, so I'm going to just go close up here. Can you see? I've just pinned them like that. And now that I've pinned it, I can also just take a pin, and I'm going to mark my spot where I want to actually shorten my zip, which is there, and I'm just going to unpin that. And this is a quick tutorial on how to shorten your zip. So I'm just marking it. There we go. And I'm just going to sew back and forth over the plastic of the zip. Remember what I said? This is still a difficult thing for your machine. So if you could set your machine to slow, that would be great. You do not want to just go rushing over a zip and then end up with your needle breaking. So I'm just going to go forward. And I'm going back. You can see how slow I'm actually working. Can you guys see? Tell me if you can see. Better than last week.
Oh, yeah, guys, look at that stitch cam.
And there I broke a needle. See, that unfortunately does happen. Even sewing slow, that is a problem. So, okay, now I'm going to show you how to. There's the needle. I heard it, and I was too late. Let me get a needle out of here. We want, let's go with a 𝗪𝐸𝐾𝐄, and where's my toolkit? Oh, you keep having to look through my legs when I bend down like that. Okay, so we're just gonna undo this screw, yeah? If I can bend down, I feel like I look like I might be, okay, so we're just gonna take that needle out. And we are always making sure that we have all the pieces of the needle, because sometimes they drop into your machine. So you have to find the needle. Also, guys, if that piece of needle falls on a carpet, trust me, you're not going to find it until it's in someone's foot. And there we go. And the horror stories that you hear about needles, like the old, I know my grandmother used to say, the needle will pull to your heart. The heart pulls it to it. It's actually slightly more scientific than that. What happens is the needle can enter, because it's so thin, it can enter a vein. And once it's in the vein, it's not being pulled by the heart. It's not like a magnet. It actually flows to your heart. Okay, so very, very dangerous. You have to find the pieces of needle, especially if you're working on carpet. That is the reason why most workshops have tile floors or concrete floors. I lost my scissors. Can you see me searching for my scissors? I'll take a new one. Okay, so it broke, yes, but it was finished. So we're just gonna, can you see what I did there? Let me close up for you. I can't see. There, can you see? I just sewed over there, and that just stops the zip. So now I'm gonna cut my zip off. And another thing I do is I cut down here and down there. Guys, how's this body cam? And then, look, I am going to just cut off that piece. And now for the final bit is, if you're not a smoker, you need to get yourself a lighter, because you want to just edge off that. And my final, if I can get it close enough, is I actually burn that. It's plastic.
Bianca says she loves the nanny cam.
And then I go really, I not burn it, I melt it. And as soon as it melted, I actually, can you see, I press it and then it melts together. And that makes the best stop ever. Okay. All right. So now we're back. We've shortened our zip. And we are going to just finish the pinning. There we go. All right. And what do we need if we're putting a zip on? We obviously need our zip foot. So back and find my zip foot. Can you see how handy? Oh, this machine has its own little bucky, which I forgot about. See, look here. Ooh. Ooh, it's in here. Okay, so we're going to take our zip foot and we're going to just put it in there. And we are going to always, when we're doing an exposed zip, we want to get close to the zip. So we're going to open the zip. I was going to say test your zip, but open the zip. And just make sure that we're on the right side of the zip foot, which we were not. And now we are. And I want to get close in here. Can you see? I am going to go about 2 mil if I can manage that. 2 mil from the edge. Then I'm going to just put my machine on auto reverse and auto cut. And we are going to start. And yes, I am not using a good color thread, because remember, when I'm showing you guys, I'm forever wanting you to actually, why is this not sewing? Did I have some other mistake down there when I broke a needle? Let's just see, maybe. Oh no, it was just my stupidity. Here we go again. It's not a live stream with
no mistakes.
If I didn't make a mistake. There we go. It's going, and it's going to go back, hopefully. All right. And if I can get, how close can I get here? Can you see, Lisa?
What are we looking at?
At the body cam.
Yeah. We can see everything everywhere.
Okay, this machine is a little bit slow now.
Except that this is
the body cam might be going. The body cam might be going skew. It's because I'm trying to show you and see past the camera on the right hand side. Okay.
Bianca says everyone's allowed to make mistakes.
Wat is hy liedjie? Everyone makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Okay, so now you can see when I get to the puller, I can obviously not sew past it. So what do? I put my needle in the fabric. I lift the foot because now the needle is holding my fabric, so I don't have to worry about lining up my stitches. And as I previously said, these machines are not made for women with big hands. All right, there we go. Pull it past, and then I can put my foot down and finish sewing.
Louise Tennyson wants to know, where'd you get that stunning fabric?
Haha, Louise, I do not buy fabrics that anyone else buys. So I bought this in Joburg somewhere on our trip. I have extra. If you guys are interested, you have to WhatsApp me. It's not on the website, and it's 100 Rand a meter. I can show you a bit later the different colors I have. Okay, so now that's the one side finished, and we're just going to clean up, and we are going to turn it around, and if you like me and you have matched up your stripes, you're going to want to now make sure that they actually do match up. So you're going to pin, matching your stripes up. All right, get that. And you're going to just pin as close to the teeth as you can get. All right. And because this is quite a stretchy fabric, normally with an exposed zip, I'm not very bothered with sewing from the one side, the same side on both sides of the zip. But because this is a very stretchy fabric, I'm actually going to sew. I started there and went there. I'm going to also start there and go down here. Because if the fabric stretches, I actually wanted to pull the lines the same way on both pieces so that they keep lining up. So for that, I need to change over my zip foot to the other side. And, oh, it's cut off, so there is no little thread. And we are now just going to sew exactly the same. There is no thread to hold, Amanda. I'm still getting used to this modern technology, where I don't have to hold the thread when it's cut it off. Okay, here we go. And we are just going to sew again. Down, down, down. And when we get to the zip puller, I'm going to put the needle in, lift my foot, and pull past. Take the pins out. Sorry for my hands in the way. It's because now the pins are set up for a left-handed person and I'm not left.
Don't stress, we have so many angles, it's not in the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, last one, last bit. All right. And we are going, going, going. Reverse. Oh, it's the sound of my machine cutting itself. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, so there you go. That is done. Can I zoom for you here? Look. I'm going to just show you guys there. Okay, that's what we've done. And I want to show you the back. Because remember I said we need to overlock those little bits. Okay, now you see. They are going to be forever underneath there. They are hidden by the zip. So you can actually even go and do another top stitch to hold the zip down. But if you don't, if these aren't overlocked, they tend to fray out. Okay, so now we're going to put that to the side. And we are going to take the bigger one, which is the, I know the names. Inside bag zip back. No, inside zip bag back. Jeez. Yes, I made up these names. And I'm going to put it with...
For ease.
Yeah,
for ease.
For ease, I made them up, yes. So I'm going to put it right side up. I've checked. I found the right side of my fabric is up. I'm going to take this one, put it right side down. Okay? If they don't match up completely like mine, it just means I actually cut this a little bit smaller because I didn't have enough fabric and I didn't want to take a whole new piece. Okay? So it doesn't matter. I'm going to teach you another trick that I taught. Well, it's mine. It's not a trick really. It's just something I do. Okay, so we are now going to sew around this bag. Okay? So what you need to remember, and this is a funny thing because in class I would say this 10 times and there will always be a student who didn't listen and then sewed the top closed. Now, funny enough, it doesn't matter in this bag, okay, because you do have the zip. And if you can struggle to get in there and open it up, you can still save the bag. But we do not want to sew at the top here. So we only want to do a U-shaped sewing, okay? So how do I, because when you're sitting at the machine, a piece of fabric that's square easily you tend to lose. Where is it that I was not going to sew closed, okay? So how do I mark it? So when I'm just going to finish pinning so I can show you. And at this point I open the zip a little bit because we don't want this puller in there when we sew. And when we're just going to pin these two flaps and we are going to, there we go. Should I give you, we should get you a tripod, Matthew, next time. A small one or something, or like a
body cam.
A gimbal.
It's okay, Matthew will deal, but we should, yes, the tripod would be useful.
And Matthew's arm is getting numb. Can you guys see? Look, shame.
Matthew's asked for more coffee.
Okay, so what I do is when I'm going to obviously start sewing there. Okay, so can you see that my pin is pinned at a 90-degree angle? So I know this is not a corner. So I'm going to go sew down there. And then when I get to this corner, can you see that I've pinned it in? So I know when I get to this corner, I have to go around the corner. And the 90-degree pin, 90-degree, another corner, turn up, go there. But I will never make that a corner because I know my pins are pinned for a straight line. Okay, so please remember this whole pattern. Oh, we need to take that foot off. This whole pattern is at a 1 centimeter seam allowance. Guys, very important when you're sewing, to keep to the seam allowance, okay? Especially on things like bags. On clothes, you might go and make the dress a little bit smaller. The problem is if you are not keeping to 1 centimeter everywhere, the two bags will not fit into each other because you've sewn a bigger seam allowance on the one side of the bag and a smaller one on the other. Okay, so we are just gonna face to face and sew at 1 centimeter from the side, starting here. And we are just gonna, remember, if you've watched my tutorial on zips, we always keep those little metal bits in mind so that it doesn't end up under our feet. It won't now because I measured my zip perfectly. All right.
The nanny cam is too low.
Is it too low? What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, tilt it slightly up.
Okay.
I think you
Like
knocked
that?
it. No, not. What do you mean? Sorry.
It'll
Sorry,
take a
1
while.
second.
There we go.
Everyone's
Yeah,
saying they
it's
love the fabric.
It's fixed. Everyone's saying they love the stream.
Okay, so when I get to the corner, I put my needle in. Okay. And I turn 90 degrees and I go ahead and sew. There. And there.
Scarlet Sapphire says, this is wonderful. I really appreciate the tips for the needles. I have a carpet, so I'll move my workstation away from the carpet.
Yes, very, very dangerous. People don't realize. They do not realize. You need to be able to sweep up your sewing room or vacuum. So people are like putting in like all these fluffy to make it look pretty, but don't. Especially if you have little kids. I don't know. As
or
I
little
said,
dogs, man.
or anything actually. As I said, you won't even know sometimes if you, especially if you're using a really thin needle. Like this is a 70-10, so it's quite a thin needle. And if that little point gets into your child's leg, foot, you won't even know that it's gotten into her foot until there's actually problems. Okay.
Just
So-
something, sorry. Have you used the mini iron yet?
Yes.
Oh.
No.
Just
Must
tell
I?
them about it. Yo, use it quickly
Have
and
I
then
used
tell
it?
them
Okay.
about
We
it.
still need to see if it works right now.
Mini iron. I was gonna I'm gonna use it just now. So wait a second. Okay, so guys, see, top open, all the sides done. Okay, so what do we need to do now? I'm gonna close up. I am cutting away this corner, but can you also see that I'm not actually cutting where my sewing is, just close. And I'm going to cut away that corner there.
Oh, and Celeste
And-
Millet says hello.
Hello, Celeste. Celeste also made this bag. Okay, so now I'm just going in there and I'm turning my bag over. Okay, and now you can close the zip again. And what are we doing now? This is where the part where I lick. It was very funny in class because now I couldn't lick my fingers, so we had to have little buckies with a sanitizer. And at first we had them in these little buckies with the little sponge in, but the little sponge got disintegrated with the sanitizer, so it is a problem. But now I am fully vaccinated, so I am licking my fingers again. Okay, and I call this finger ironing. I know.
Lynn asked if you were using a thread to match, what color would you go for with all the different colors?
Purple on this one. There's more purple on it than any other color. That's why the black doesn't bother so much, because it can. Yeah, if you put I wouldn't go orange. It's too light, and the yellow is also too light. So either the purple or the black. And on a fabric like this, it doesn't really matter because it is already so burnt. Now, I could push out this corner more if I can find my point turner. Is it here? There we go.
People are loving your breast cam.
I love it. It's almost like, yeah, no, we're not going to go there.
It's almost like you're inside
See?
of me.
So now instead of it looking like that, you guys see, I'm trying very hard. It now looks like that, nice and pointy. And then I'm just finger ironing or turning out this seam to make it look really good. Because otherwise, if we had just pushed that, can you guys see here? Then can you see there's still a lot of fabric in there. So that's why I roll it out. And then that's also when the finger licking works. Geez, we might get banned with all of this
Licking.
licking and camming.
You haven't seen some of the ASMRs on YouTube?
Guys, I just wanted to give a big shout out. We've had a few people saying they're just joining in for a couple of minutes because they're breaking fast. Thank you so much for your support.
Yes.
Like, thank you for tuning in. Just like liking in like one comment, like it makes our day. It means so much to us. Thank you so much. Now it's very quiet, you know.
Oh, okay, well, it's because I'm concentrating. I will try and talk and concentrate. Okay, so let me just finish pinning this. I'm almost done. Again, here, I'm actually need to, I open up the zip again so that puller never gets in the way of my sewing, because your normal foot will definitely not go over it. Okay, so now that I'm done, I want you guys to see. Can you see? Let's see if you can focus. Can you see how close my little silver bits are here?
Show it to the stitch cam as well.
Which is
It's
the
better quality, this one.
Okay. So I don't know if you can see, but can you see
Yeah, way
how
better.
close my little silver bits is? So when I'm top stitching, I need to be this side of those little silver bits. Hey? So very important. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a top stitch right around. Okay, I'm going to do that quickly, and you are welcome to decide where and how, wide you want to make your top stitch. In class, we used to do it at 1 centimeter. I'm going to do it slightly less because of my little silver bits.
I have a question for you guys in chat right now, and I'll put a poll up on YouTube. But let us, oh, I won't put a poll up. I'll wait for the suggestions. But let us know what you want the GoPro cam to be called. Should we just leave it the GoPro cam? Should it be the nanny cam? The breast cam? I know Amanda said boob cam. But let's try not to get censored. But let us know in chat what it should be called. Around here, we like naming things. Little Olaf is right here next to my face. Yeah.
We also have and this is named by Lynn, and Lynn also gave a name to our press stat machine. It's called the Hulk. You'll see on our website that it's actually called the press stat machine, and in brackets it says the Hulk. Thanks, Lynn, for that.
So let us know in chat what we should name the GoPro cam. I am stuck with Stitch Cam for this one. I don't know where I'm pointing. This one. This one is called the Stitch Cam. We're staying with it. But for the GoPro cam, it's still up for discussion. Also, Audrey Smith on Facebook wants to know, could this bag pattern work for a cushion cover as well?
Yes, the shape, it's not square, ne? So yes.
Okay. I think we should be called fan cam.
What?
Fan cam.
Fan cam. Pot full of ego wants to just says, grab the mini iron already and iron those edges. The urge is killing me.
The what edges?
The urge.
Oh yeah,
the edges.
Now, look, see, now I'm gonna just close my zip. Alright? And my mini iron is on steam. And I'm just gonna steam it to give it a nice, and also the steaming, can you see, will also help with that little bit of a pull of the zip.
So we've got Nanny Cam. Lynn wants to name it Gary.
I think it's Jerry.
What is Jerry?
Jerry. I don't
Jerry
know.
from where?
Booby Cam. Cam Pro. Breast Cam. Fan Cam.
Okay.
Let me just read the other suggestions.
So guys, this is done now.
GoPro.
GoPro. Yeah,
Boob Cam. Bob Cam. I think.
Bob Cam.
And let me just check YouTube. GoPro Cam, Booby Cam, and GoPro Cam. Some of you guys are censoring us too much. We need something better than GoPro.
That's why I went for fan cam. It's like an only fan cam, but it's
only fan cam.
No.
Yes!
No, they are going to definitely throw us off.
That's why I said fan cam only.
Oh my word.
Lisa,
Okay.
It's very important that my phone there doesn't die. It's supplying the Instagram with internet.
Gonna
Just-
die.
Okay, listen, guys. I want to show just a quick thing in between. So this afternoon, I haven't worked with this fabric in a while. So this afternoon, I started, and this is an interesting in between. Okay, I started by, because I have to take, say for instance, this is a pattern piece. Né? I have to take a piece of the fusible batting and iron it to it. And as I was doing it, it started shrinking the fabric. Okay, which is very normal. Some fabrics do that, and you'll feel, if you ever get to these fabrics, you'll feel it's a very cottony feel, but there must be something in it that is actually not completely 100% cotton. So I want to show you what happened. So these two pieces are exactly the same size. I am just going to iron the one piece and not iron the other piece. I want you to see.
I'm just saying, only fan cam is winning.
Oh, is it? Okay, so look at this. I just want to show you. So these two were cut exactly the same size. And look what's happened. Can you see how it shrunk? Okay, so what I need... So I cut out my whole pattern and then saw that it was shrinking like this. And then realized that I actually needed to iron the whole piece of fabric before ironing the fusing to it. Okay, so it's always very good to do an ironing test on your fabric. Okay, and if you want to know how you do that, exactly like this, you cut two small pieces of the same fabric. And then you iron it at quite hot, don't burn it. You just iron it quite hot, and then you will see if it actually shrinks. This happens a lot with lining, especially pongee lining or anything like that. So that is why people always suggest that you block fuse. Don't know if you guys know what is block fusing. So you will fuse a big piece of fabric and then cut out your pattern so that the fusing and the fabric shrinks as much as it likes, and then only do you cut out your pattern. So what I actually eventually did with this fabric is I block fused. So I would take this pattern and I would cut it bigger than it needed to be and iron it first and then put the fusing on it, and only then did I cut out my pattern. All right. It is a fabric specific thing. Some fabrics, many fabrics don't do that, but just as an interest, can you see how's that look? How it shrunk. Okay. All right. So now that we are done, and did you see my mini iron? How pretty is that? Okay.
It's called Olaf.
His name is Olaf, and he goes with Maria everywhere. They hand in hand.
Someone wanted to get one of those irons. How could they get one?
On the website.
I know
we
you're going to
have
make
them.
me search for it.
They are awesome. It's called a mini prim iron. Let me try and focus there. Can you see? A prim mini steam iron. It is the
I will
cutest
post the
thing.
link now.
All right. And then it goes hand in hand with this little table ironing board, which is also on our website and in different designs. We only have a few Marias left. So anyone interested in a Maria, she is on her way out. Okay.
That's funny.
So now we've done this little bag. What we're going to do next is we are going to put together the outside bag and the inside bag. Now I've already done the inside bag just to save time, guys. But it's exactly the same pattern pieces. So what I'm doing on the outside of the fabric, outside of the bag now, is the same thing you're going to do on the inside of the bag. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give it 5 or 10 seconds for you guys to catch up in case there's a question before we start this, and have a sip of coffee.
What are you saying, sorry?
Matthew, I'm sure
Tell me again.
the worst of it, you can put it down for a while now if you want.
What do you want me to... Do you guys have questions? Let us know in chat if you have any questions so far. Are you following? Send a thumbs up. Thumbs up or poop emoji if you're following. Oh no, thumbs up if you're following. Poop emoji if you're lost. And I can't really help you, but you can rewatch after the live stream. Let us know. Are you guys following? Any questions?
I'm counting down 13 now.
In your head.
Okay.
That was not the
That's
team.
15. I'm counting.
Okay, Bianca is giving poop emojis and thumbs up.
Oh, okay.
She's confused. YouTube is not lagging. This is awesome. Any questions, guys? Last call for some questions before we move on. Loads of thumbs up. If you love us, send us some love, man. Send hearts, send chat messages, send comments, like, subscribe, follow, do the things, please, man. This is my job. I have to ask for it. And you have to give it to me, otherwise I'm going to lose my job.
Okay, that was 45 seconds. Okay, guys, listen here. So we're going to take the 2 pieces, and remember, you're going to mirror this exactly on the lining pieces. So you're going to take your 2 big pieces, make sure that you have the same 2 pieces of fabric, and you are going to put them face to face together. And we are going to only pin the short sides.
If anyone here knows anything about YouTube, let me know if you think only fan cam is going to get us banned. Because it's winning.
Okay, and then we're going to go to the other side, and we're going to do exactly the same.
Lynn says you should have a fabric of the month club, so you get an amount
Oh
of
my
fabric every
word.
month.
I know, I've considered that, but my taste in fabric is so different to most people's.
Well, everyone on the stream is loving it today.
It could be enough fabric for a specific tutorial coming up.
Okay, so now you can see we're going to sew down that side and that side at 1 centimeter.
Lynn thinks that your mom plans these out weeks in advance.
No.
Little does she know.
Yeah, no, little does she know. It gets done today, for today.
Like, we don't keep the patterns a secret from you. They're literally not done until like
4,
an
5
hour
o'clock.
before.
I can't afford to do anything during more than on the Tuesday. I have now told everyone who works here that they are not allowed to bug me, so that I can do the pattern and get more organized. Because at the beginning, I worked till 2 or 3 on a Tuesday, and then only started. And you guys can see that at the beginning I got so confused because I hadn't even tested the patterns, because there was just not enough time. So now I am actually taking the time the whole of Tuesday.
Krishni on Facebook says she never seems to pick the right color thread to show off her quilting on her projects. Any tips?
If you wanted to show off your quilting, then you have to pick a contrast color. So if the fabric is very, say, greenish, and there's a little bit of orange in it, then you would choose the orange, because the orange will then show up better. If you match your thread too well, that is when you have the problem of it not showing. So that's why you can see that. Can you guys see what I'm doing with this little mini ironing board? Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to open up my seams. Oh, by the way, guys.
People are saying we should do a Amanda fabric picks and a Lisa fabric picks.
Oh, wait, my seam
because
is
then
not
you
on.
cover both spectrums. Plain, boring, and pastel. And bright skulls and
Yeah.
intense. Lisa K says we appreciate your time.
It's a pleasure. Okay, so this is now little bit more difficult to clap. Okay, guys, on that, I got my clapper sample. I wasn't happy with it, so I've redrawn. I've actually made a pattern. It is at the workshop being made again. The sleeve board is perfect. It was just a sample, so I can't show you. It's not done very well. It's not pretty. So I have 10 on order, and they should be here within a week and a half. As soon as I get the first one, I don't know why I'm taking this off the table, but as soon as I get one, I will get it onto the website. I am going to, the ironing board has two sides to it, but I'm thinking everyone wouldn't want both sides to be covered. So I'll speak to you about that closer to the time, but I am thinking of having maybe an extra add-on that you can buy to have both sides covered.
Are you talking to me?
Hmm?
No.
What?
I said, are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the people. To the people versus Larry Flint. Okay, guys, so now what I'm doing is, because I didn't bring over my pattern markings, which are on the pattern, but I'm sure you will, I am just putting my two seams on top of each other.
Bianca says, clap it like wool.
Yeah, that's it. Wool!
Okay, we just named the clapper.
The clapper is Will Smith.
Guys, you can start recommending other things to name the clapper, but I think the clapper is Will Smith.
It's either Will or Jada. Or what's the other guy's name?
Chris Rock.
Rock.
No, Will.
Will. It's got to be Will. Yeah. It's got to be Will. Will 22. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just marking my quarters. If I'm a lazy pattern marker, so I didn't bring it over. I tend to mark afterwards, but if you use my pattern markings, they are actually there. You can cut the little notches, so that we have those are two. And trying to show this one. See, now we have those are 2 marks, and there's 2 marks. That makes it a quarter marks. Now we're going to do the same. Shane, Matthew, I'm sure you can put it down.
That's fine. The people are going to get.
Lisa, can you not bring that closer?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
People are going to get unhappy if we can't get a good nice
You
close
can
up now.
zoom. You can zoom.
I have been zooming.
Can it not stand against
Oh,
the table?
Guys,
Matthew's
we're gonna give
he's
Matthew
holding
a bit
his
of an
arm
Instagram
now.
break, okay?
He is
Shame.
he is now.
Let us just move you super close.
How's that?
I'm gonna zoom you in as well. Look at that. That's super close, guys. Come
Okay,
on, give
come
some love to Matthew.
Yeah,
Shame.
thanks, Matthew. And also, people, as I said, have 2 things. Have your phone for Instagram messaging,
Yes.
and open up YouTube somewhere else, because YouTube has 4 views now.
Oh, you know what, now as we're taking a break, let me show Instagram what's happening on YouTube. Come and look at this. Look at this and look at what you're missing out on. Don't leave us on Instagram. We love you on Instagram. But look at this. We have our main camera.
And this is
Look at how big it is.
So, look
Then
at Olaf.
we've
There's
got
Olaf.
our body cam. Move your body
Olaf.
cam. Then we have a
Olaf.
stitch cam, which is like nice and close. And the links. And there's me. So go check us out on YouTube. You're missing out. Oh, I almost knocked the camera down.
Okay, guys.
Okay, send hearts for Matthew's arm shame.
I'm going to write the name on here. We won't forget. Okay. So we've marked the quarters, top and bottom, on these. Okay? And now we need to mark the quarters on this, because we are now going to attach that to this. So I'm just going to be marking there. Okay? And there. And as I said, these pattern markings are on the pattern, guys. So you can make the marks ahead of time.
What are you doing with the GoPro camera?
Me.
You're like up in its face.
It's difficult to work with straight arms. That's like driving with straight arms. Let me see if I can. I need to stand. I don't know, guys.
Also,
Just be grateful.
because it's a wide lens, it looks like you've got the longest arms ever. Like you look like one of those Minecraft
Yeah.
𝗪𝐸𝐀𝐀𝐓 with the arms just going like this the whole time.
Oh, okay. So I'm just halving it and marking the quarters. I want to show you when I'm done. I'm going to mark it quickly. Okay, so now I've got the quarters all marked out. All right, okay. And I'm not going to say obviously, but it is obviously that this is the side of the bags and that's the front and the back of the bag, okay? And what do we need to do is I used to do this with my students, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out yourselves. But if you can't, let me show you. So I put this piece with the two side seams on the side, and I put that one down like that. And what do is I take the top layer of these two, and I pull it up, and I match those two marks, and I pin them together. Oh, I lost the pin. Okay, found it again. Okay, then I'm going to turn this whole thing over, and I'm going to flop this one back down there, and now I'm going to mark and match those two and pin them together. And then already, can you see, we are starting to get a bag shape. So I'm going to now pin the side quarters and pin this side quarter. It sounds like I'm talking about beef. All right?
Beef.
Beef. It's a side quarter and a hind quarter.
I don't
Okay,
know.
and if you look, you'll see we are already, just by doing that, we have now already got a bag shape. And I have a pin in my mouth, that's why I sound so funny. Okay, so what I need you to do is we actually need to pin on this side, okay? On the big side. So I'm going to show you this bit, a round bottom, round bottom, yes I have one, is straight, 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 and then it curves. So we're going to pin it all the way to where it's the straight bit, okay? And I am a pinner, so I don't mind having extra pins. I would rather take out pins than take out stitches. Okay, so I want to just show you on the other side. Can you see that I've pinned that bit just there where it's straight? As soon as it starts curving, I've stopped. All right, so now we're going to do it to the other side. And as I said, the inside works exactly the same. It's just more floppy fabric because it's not quilted. But also remember that if you're struggling with a more floppy fabric, that is your lining, and it's only going to be on the inside of your bag. So nobody's going to see it unless they, I don't know, turn your bag inside out. Okay, so now...
As they often do.
Yeah, as people do. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so now can you see that on the side edge, again, we have a bit that's straight before it starts curving. So we want to pin all the straight bits before we start working on the curves. So we're pinning that and we're pinning there. Okay, and last bit is the other side. Sorry guys, this camera is really in your face, but there's no, the other option was having it on my head, but I don't know, I think that will look even worse. Okay, all right. So again, if you want to just have a look, can you see how that is turning into a bag? All right. So now, this is where the bit comes in, where if you did not... Why is it wet? Something's wet here.
It's because you threw a steam iron on the floor.
Yeah. Anyway. This is the bit that if you did not sew at the right seam allowance, this is not going to fit perfectly. Okay? So this is a little bit more hard work. We're going to pin around, trying to get no pleats at 1 centimeter. Remember, that's the seam allowance. So yes, it is going to make pleats, but it's making pleats. Can you see it's making pleats here? It's not making pleats at the 1 centimeter line, which is the important bit. So you're just going to keep adjusting until it all fits in there. Okay, so this is a little bit more of a wrangling. You have to like use your power of persuasion on the fabric. And even if you do get a little pleat here, it is not the worst, I promise you. In class we made all the bags had pleats there because people weren't sewing straight yet and they still looked divine, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now we just one more to go after this corner. Trying not to get my arm in front of the camera to get to my right hand. Okay, last corner. I'm right up in the face of this camera. I'm like, guys, look closely. This is a bit more wrangling, so you can see that it's very difficult to do this and hold still and everything.
That camera is enough to make you seasick.
Okay, luckily it's small, so it's not like big and in your face. Okay, so guys, there, can you see? Pinned all the way around.
Wow.
And what are we going to do
And
now?
those are flower-headed pins. They're so cute. Where can I buy them?
Lisa. Okay.
Don't worry, I got you. I'll post the link for you guys.
Okay, guys, listen here now. Can you now see why I didn't pin from this side? Because then I would have had to sew like this and I wouldn't be able to see if I'm sewing pleats. So now I'm sewing. Can you see? I'm going to be sewing on this side. Like that. Okay. And
Tilt your camera a bit upwards.
okay, let me
Slightly.
up.
Slightly so I can see more up.
But then okay.
Can you not? Okay,
Like
that's
that?
fine. That's fine. You're good. You're good.
Okay, here we go. We're off. As I said, we are sewing at 1 centimeter. And remember, something is hooking my fabric. Oh, I'm going all skew. Let's try that again. There we go. Sorry, my fabric was hooking onto my little ironing board. Okay, so it's a little bit of a wrangle. You must just go with the flow. And you take out the pins as you get to the curve. Still something here. As you get to the curve, and we are just going to go around the curve. Hopefully.
Then ask
Guys,
what stitch
this
length.
is very freaking irritating. Sorry. There we go. What stitch length?
Yes.
I'm still sewing at 2.5. You don't want to make your stitches too big because then you'll see that, especially if you sew thick things together like this, the space in between your stitches starts showing. So I'm still sewing smaller, and because I'm actually wrangling it a little bit, the stitches are going to actually be smaller than 2.5 because I'm holding and helping a lot. Okay, and here we go. I will show you when we're done how we hopefully didn't get too many pleats. And if there are pleats, how they don't really bother you. And this is a part of sewing that only practice gets you to. It's almost like you're fighting with the fabric because it is quite thick. I have I've doubled up on the fusing just to make it quite hard. To actually just as a test run, so I could tell you guys what happens if you double up on the fusing. That was a sneeze, people. I know it sounded like a fart, but Matthew sneezed.
Oh, no, I thought Matthew was laughing at my joke on YouTube.
No, I didn't
Too
see
bad you
I'm
guys
so
missing
sorry,
out
guys.
on it.
I tried to block my nose so it wouldn't make a sound, and it's just made a funny sound.
Okay, and remember, if you want to know, we have a little reel about that. No, you should not sew over your pins.
Oh, I thought we had a reel about Matthew sneezes.
No, we don't.
Not yet.
No.
Whatever trends, we'll do it. Just have like a continuous
last bit.
video of Matthew sneezing. Coming soon.
You can actually tape me. I get a sneeze every morning. I get a few sneezes in. I don't know what it is. If it's something in the room here, but yeah.
Does that work for you guys? Should we make a reel of Amanda and Matthew sneezing?
No, that's not gonna be funny.
To you.
To me, no. True that. Okay, guys, I don't know about this body cam. I hope you saw what I did.
Yeah.
Last
no,
bit.
Good.
Going.
I think you knock it, so it
No,
tilts
well,
a little.
that's okay. Can you see that's my mistake from when we started? So I'm just gonna sew up to there to sort of get that out of the way. La, la, la.
But you'll get better with
La, la, la,
the
look.
only fan cam.
Can you see? Now I'm coughing. Okay. Can you see that even though it looked...
Double
I
backs.
just slapped it again. It looked like it made pleats, but it's actually not pleats. See?
What does
Okay.
that mean?
What does it mean?
That it's not pleats, but it is
Because
pleats.
some people are going to go, oh, I can't get the corners without pleats. People are fussy sometimes. And sometimes you make your life more difficult by trying to not get pleats there than you could have sewn 3 handbags.
Dude, those colours look so nice.
Nobody's ever... Can you see? I'm turning it over now because this is it for this week, guys. We are going to finish the bag next week. Look at that. Huh?
Wow.
How freaking cool.
Guys,
Look,
give hearts
look,
if you
look.
love it.
Look, we can, look, this goes inside. Don't, remember I'm going to show you a special way to finish this without bias binding. I'm going to put this in here and we are packing. Look at my nice bag straps. Man, is that not like matchy-matchy?
Guys, remember to tune back in next week, same time, same place,
There we go.
to finish up this
There
bag.
we go. That is that. Lisa, are you going to put off the body cam now?
I can.
We are done with the body cam, I think.
Is there nothing we can move it to?
I told
See,
you,
but
I told
now-
you that.
The body cam is at the top. So next week we should put the body cam at the bottom so that if we
So
switch
that
it
when we
off.
close it, it looks
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Because
Alright.
I actually can't put it off and make it look good now.
Okay, I'm gonna tilt it up. How's that? So,
Yeah, full Matthew.
So you're just gonna see the other people's. Matthew, where did you put my?
Take the body cam off and I'll put it somewhere to show Matthew.
Matthew's going to go to that spot now. You're going to move with your mom, aren't you? For the
No.
question answer session. No.
Okay, I'm taking the.
I'm
body
monitoring
cam
like 6
off.
channels. So
Here we go.
let's put this on Matthew's face.
Put it on Matthew.
Nice.
So that he also... Let's see. Oh, you can't actually see it.
No, you can. Just it needs to be like that.
Okay, but by the way, guys, send your questions. We're doing a general Q&A now. But also, let us know
There
if
you
you
go.
enjoyed
Yeah,
this
Matthew, it's
tutorial. Did you enjoy this
Put it
tutorial?
on
Are
the
you
button
gonna...
Right on the.
On the cup. Give the cup.
No, there. Wait, on the thing.
It's gonna be too...
You can tilt it
Okay.
up to Matthew.
Okay. Send us questions, guys. We're doing a general Q&A now. And let us know in chat if you enjoyed this live stream and if you
With the
enjoyed this tutorial.
Full camera views.
There.
Surely that's weird.
That
An
is not
awful
a,
angle.
Yeah,
that
that's
is not a good angle, but it's okay, Matthew. You're young. You don't need good angles here. Okay, guys. Now is the time. We are running late already, So give me some questions. We're going to do about 10-15 minutes so that you guys can get to bed.
Just still, I need to type it out.
What sewing machine do you use? Bianca asks on Instagram.
This one that I'm using is called the Brother F420. I'm going to turn it around for you, but
Don't drop it.
it's all in our workings here. So I'm going to just first, which is exactly what I thought would happen, just quickly unscramble everything here.
Matthew,
Alright.
your cam.
I don't really know what to do with it. I feel like I should be posing.
Okay, so I'm going to put it there. Can you guys see it now?
Yeah,
Okay,
nice
so-
up and close.
This is the Brother F420, and for the live stream I take this off because it just blocks my face, but it actually has a cover that lifts here, so very nice, because my previous machines used to get so dirty in here because they had to stand like that the whole time. So this cover covers very nicely, but it obviously, yeah. So it has, oh, let me show you that. What would be upright? There we go. So that's all its different stitches. It also has a bigger hole here. I don't know if anyone can notice that, but if I put it next to I can't show you, but I can do a ruler of a normal machine. Normal machine, the hole is 16 to the needle, and this one is 19 to the needle. So it's a full 3 centimeters bigger. Now, anyone who sews
Where are you
low-
showing that?
On the machine.
Oh,
Did you not
no,
see
you
it?
can't see that. Where
Can
are
you see the
showing?
ruler?
Yeah,
Okay. There's the needle.
yeah.
1 to 19.
Okay, yeah, we can
On
see
a
that.
normal machine, it would have been there.
Oh, okay.
So it's 3 centimeters, that much bigger, the hole. Which makes a difference if you do any quilting, or if you're doing, I always say it doesn't have to be quilting, it can be like a duvet cover. That's just a lot of fabric, or a wedding dress that needs to go and fit into the hole. Yeah. So this is the Brother F420. Lisa can post the link for you. I think, why do I think it's
I'll
12
check.
something?
The website's nice
12,000
and fast
something.
now. I can just look.
The website, guys, tell us who has noticed
I'll
that the website is faster. We have upgraded quite a bit on the website this last week. That's why we had the problems that we had on the website. Hopefully that is a thing of the past now. But the website is so much faster. It is really so cool. So, yeah. So we've done some things. Any questions yet?
How many layers of fabric in the machine?
Oh no,
handle?
I had one.
A machine depending, this machine. Well, that was 2 layers of fabric, 2 layers of this fabric, which is not, it's not a thin fabric, 2 layers of this, and 4 layers of fusing, or what is it called? Compressed
Heat-X.
batting.
Oh.
Now, compressed batting is actually even thicker than the fabric.
Say again, what was the machine? There?
F420.
Sorry, my computer disconnected.
Okay, so it's 4 layers. 4 layers of this that are just sewed, and these 2 layers. So that and it went quite easy. If it wasn't like roundy bits, it would have been even easier. But because of that roundy bits, I had to like manage it a little bit. But if you just, I mean, it sewed it without problems. I mean, I didn't feel like it was struggling.
Someone wanted to know, what does a clapper do?
A clapper. Let me.
It claps.
I don't have to show you on that one. Let me get some fabric quickly, guys. Give me a sec. Okay. I'll show you what a clapper does, and for that I just need. Oh, jeez. What am I doing? Just need to sew something.
Did we, are we still
Oh.
live?
A fabric scissors that doesn't cut. Awesome.
Yeah.
so this is cotton fabric. So it might not be the best way to show you guys, but let me just show you quickly. Okay, so a clapper works with the actual steam, using the steam of the iron, and actually what you're doing is you compressing, and almost like Lisa actually had a very good example last week, saying it's like a hair flat iron that it heats, steams, and then it holds it
Yeah.
flat.
Like if you curl your hair, you must know, you curl it, curl, and then afterwards it falls, and you're like, no, I have to roll it back up and press it there so that the curl holds.
Yeah, okay.
That's
So-
like, that's what's for fabric.
I don't know if it's going to be a perfect on this fabric, because this is actually very good fabric. So normally on this, you don't need a clapper. Guys, I don't know where I'm plugging in anymore.
Yeah, this one's full.
Okay.
There's
So
so
we just need to
much.
wait for Olaf to heat up a little bit, and I'll show you. But the clapper I'm having made is much nicer than mine.
Yeah.
So Louise asked, can we buy the fabric from you?
What
Yes.
fabric? That.
Yes.
Yes, I have a few extra meters. I bought quite a bit because I knew that I would use it again, and now I have extra. So what I'll do is, if you're interested, you can WhatsApp me tomorrow. I will can't take pictures of the fabric now because the
Bedtime.
Huh?
Because bedtime.
Yeah, but not that, because of the lighting is not perfect now. While if I take it tomorrow, I'll send it to you the colors I have and how many meters I have. Okay, guys, this is not the perfect fabric for it, but I want to just show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steam that, okay, and I'm going to clap it. That's what it's for. That's the name. It's a clapper, okay, and I'm going to clap it, and you're just going to hold it for 5 seconds. It just gives you the perfect flat seam. Just
Okay,
wanna
I
do
have
it.
more questions.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to just leave that one that's been clapped.
Lots of people say the website's busted. Yes, guys, exactly. Shop now.
Okay, so as I said, this is cotton fabric, so it's gonna iron flat anyway. But you should be able to see that one is like paper that's been folded, while this one is still a little bit lifty. No, what else to explain it. Okay, what else? Question.
Okay. What does a walking foot do?
Okay, so that's
It walks.
It walks, yes. Okay, so when we look at a sewing machine, let me show you guys. Can you see this now? Okay, on this camera.
Yes.
Okay, so these, can you see this? Here, there.
On the stitch cam.
On the stitch cam, hear this? Those are metal teeth, okay? So if I undo the thread here, I can show you, hopefully, and you can see that if I move forward, can you see how that piece of metal with the teeth is doing this? And then it drops down, and it goes forward underneath, and it lifts, and it moves like this. Okay, so what it does is it's teeth like this. So it goes, it drops down, it comes forward, it hooks the fabric, and it pulls it. And that's how your fabric moves through the machine all on its own, okay? So what happens if you sew with stretchy fabric? For instance, just as an example, it happens to all fabrics, but especially with stretchy fabrics. Now, what's happening is you've got 2 layers of fabric on top of each other that you're going to be sewing. But those teeth, which is called a feed dog, yes, like a dog, I'm assuming because of the teeth, it's called a feed dog, it's only really grabbing the bottom fabric. So sometimes you guys must have noticed that you sew something, and when you get to the end, when you start it, they're neatly lined up. But when you get to the end of the seam, suddenly the bottom bit is longer than the top bit. Okay, so that's because the feed dog is, actually it will be the other way around.
What
Sorry.
camera are you looking at?
I don't know where I'm at, okay? So what's happening, I'm looking at that camera, I don't know why. Okay, so it'll actually look like this. So what's happening is the feed dog is pulling the fabric, but it's actually not influencing the top fabric enough. Okay, so what is a walking foot? A walking foot, you've got your feed dog at the bottom, and a walking foot is like attaching a feed dog at the top. So what happens is they go, it's very difficult. It's like the way, turn, okay? So they're underneath, and they come together, they grab the fabric, and then they pull away, and they grab the fabric. So now they are grabbing at the same time and evenly, so that your fabric moves through. So a walking foot is an absolute must-have if you're working on stretch or knits. It is a must-have if you're quilting. It is generally, you can actually keep your walking foot on your machine always, except when you're doing zips and things, because it can just be a straight sewing. The reason why I don't keep my walking foot on forever is it does make more noise. It does, because now you have this, it makes a little bit of a walking foot noise.
Okay,
Not
next
yet.
question.
Okay.
Will you also be selling hams?
Yes, the hams are being made.
And what is a ham?
Do we need to do this every week?
It seems like it.
Okay, the ham, I don't know where the hams are, but oh, here we go.
Yum
Okay.
yum.
A tailor's ham.
Matthew, I
Yeah.
can see how lazy you are.
What do you mean? Then put
Okay,
the camera
so
off.
this is a tailor's ham, and this is a sleeve ham. Okay, so when you are sewing clothing or dresses or anything that you are trying to create shape with, for instance, if you're using a if you are sewing darts into your clothing, then I don't have a piece of fabric. Anyway, if I'm sewing a dart, if I'm ironing a dart, what happens if you iron it on a flat surface is you can, especially if the fabric is like cotton or natural fabric, it actually stretches and you lose all the shape that you've just put in by the dart. So a tailor hem, can you see how I can manipulate it to fit the shape of my dart? If I've got big boobies, smaller boobies, really big ones, that is what a tailor's hem is. Okay? The same with a tailor's a sleeve hem. It can be used, you just put it into a sleeve and you can iron on your sleeve. Especially if you're working with like placards, it's always difficult to iron flat. It is also just nice if you're working. Did I throw my samples away now? I do that.
That's good enough.
Yeah, you saw.
But
like
yes,
this.
we will
Even
be
if
selling
you've got
it.
something like this, it works fine. You can still see. It just works lekker, man. It's just nice to have. Also, it doesn't need to be specific. You might just need it.
Matthew, you have any questions on your side?
Yes,
You can go.
thank you.
Also, I asked the people on YouTube to vote for their favorite person, the options being Lisa, also Lisa, Amanda, and Matthew. And so far, Amanda's gotten all the votes. Popularity contest. That's
Yeah.
why she gets the bigger screen.
The biggest screen.
Yeah.
That's quite weird. I feel quite
And the no money.
Matthew has 0 votes.
No.
I have 0 votes.
I bought 𝐸𝐃𝐂 from you and batting.
Yes.
Put them in the same drawer. Now I don't know which is which. Help.
Batting?
That
No,
would be
the
me.
𝐸𝐃𝐂 and batting. Okay, so the batting will be thicker than the 𝐸𝐃𝐂. No, wait. The 𝐸𝐃𝐂 will be thicker. Oh no, I have to get up. Okay,
Crisis.
this is 𝐸𝐃𝐂. Okay, and this is batting. Okay, can you see that the one is actually quite a bit thicker? Okay, 𝐸𝐃𝐂 meaning you can make oven gloves with this. batting, compressed batting. If you listen, listen. Okay, that's the one side. So the one side you can actually feel the glue on it, while the batting has no glue on it.
Soft.
Oh, the 𝐸𝐃𝐀𝐓, sorry. The 𝐸𝐸𝐃𝐃𝐓 has no glue.
I'm confused.
Okay, but she said 𝐸𝐃𝐃𝐓 and compressed batting.
Okay, so
Fusible
batting has glue on it.
The compressed fusible batting has glue. The word fusible means it can stick to things. That's fusible, it's got the glue. This is 𝐸𝐃𝐃𝐓. You use heat. It protects from heat.
Cool.
And it's just there's no glue to it.
Matthew?
Yes.
Any questions?
No.
You're hectic. You guys know everything. Yes, it's the first time we have our stream like up and pretty and running and stuff. You have no questions.
It's because
Ask
it's
me
late.
a question.
Look how late it is.
It is
Can the
late.
brothers saw paper? What thickness minimum?
So, Matthew.
Sew.
Sew. Can it sew paper? Yeah, we're doing a little bit of
Yes,
sewing
Can
today.
it sew paper? Yes, it
Yes.
can sew paper.
There you go.
I would the thicker you go with your paper, I would use a thinner needle
Throw back to high
and
school
a
art
sharper
project.
needle, maybe a sharp or Microtex. I don't know, you're gonna have to test it. But yes, they can sew through paper. I don't know if you should be sewing through 2 pieces of that really thick cardboard. I don't think you should be doing that, no. So thin pieces of paper, 2 thin pieces, 3 thin pieces, no problem. Thick cardboard or like 6 layers of paper, no.
Danelle Brits on Facebook wants to know, can you tell her about fusible violin? Or what is it?
Okay, there's a lot of words and a lot of products in those 2 words. Okay, fusible, as I said now, as soon as it says fusible, or it's called fusing, okay, it means it is you're gonna fuse it to another fabric, okay. Then you get non-fusible violin. Violin, let me explain. Violin is a brand name. Violin is a brand like Brother is a brand. Okay, you get fusing. It's actually called fusing, and then you get a brand violin. All right, violin is we in South Africa have gotten used to calling it all violin. It's not violin. It's called fusing, and it will be called. My word, see, this is too late now. It's fusible violin and non-fusible violin, and then you get cotton, non-stretch cotton violin. You also get stretch violin, or it's not violin fusing. You also get a more of a paper fusing. All right, so they all have different uses. There's lots on this on the internet. If you just use the right word, if you search Google for violin, they are just going to give you answers to that product. So what you need to search is different fusings and their uses. Or the other word that people use is interlining or interfacing. Okay, but if you search the word violin, if I search brother, I'm only going to get brothers. If I said sewing machines, then I get all the machines. So you need to search fusing, fusible interfacing, fusible interlining, yeah, all of those. And they all have different, there's tons of different ones. My opinion is buy yourself a meter of every one, try it out. Some of them really don't fuse very well. Some of them shrink. Some of them sits to your iron. So I've narrowed it down to 2 or 3 that I use, and I can't even really tell you what their names are. I do use a stretch one, and I do use the cotton fabric fusing, and then I use this one, the batting, the compressed batting fusing.
Okay. What size needle is a good standard?
Oh, there is no standard. Needles match fabric. Okay? So needle doesn't match your machine because all domestic machine needles are the same. So if you are sewing on jeans fabric, you will be using a jeans needle. If you're sewing on knit, you will be using a stretch needle or a ball point, which is a sharp needle. If you're new to sewing and you want to buy a general needle, I would start with the Universal AT12, but the Universal AT12 cannot be used on stretch or knit fabrics.
Okay. I also posted the Smidge booklet.
Yes, we have a little booklet,
yeah.
and as I said, it'll say the needle's name, and then it'll say a whole big list of fabrics that you sew that needle with.
How do you join bias binding at the ends?
With a sewing machine, but there is a little bit of a trick to it. I would Google it if you can't wait for me to show you next week. I'm not going to go find the bias binding now.
Okay.
How much is the mini iron?
$6.90.
$6.90.
And I will post a link for you.
Very, very, very cool. Worth
YouTube.
every cent, and I am not selling it to you. You can ask everyone. I took out my big iron today for the first time, probably in 6 weeks, because I had to pre-iron those big pieces of fabric. But I don't take it out anymore because I hide it in the back. I only use this iron for everything now. It's the best thing. I don't know. Sliced bread is even not that good.
What is the thickness needle size? I've only seen 18 so far.
The what? The thickest
I assume they mean thickest.
needle size.
Yes.
Download the Smidge app or the little booklet that Lisa has just posted.
I haven't posted it on Instagram though. But just Google Smidge PDF and you will find it. 𝐶HMETZ PDF.
Because you have it wrong. I don't know where 18 comes from. I don't know if there is a needle that's 18. Okay, it's 80-12. And those things are very, very specific. 70-10. So it's the thickness on the needle and the point and the hole size. But Smidge, in the front of their little bookie, they have a little picture of a needle and it explains the sizes to you. Okay, so smaller size, 70-10, is a thinner, smaller needle. 110, that, or 90 or 80 needle is a thicker needle.
I don't have more questions.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
Guys, we're going to finish up.
No.
Thank you.
We are starting to lag.
Okay, guys, just
Perfect
in
time.
time. Listen here, I want to say thank you for joining us. This was Live Tuesdays. If you didn't know if you missed the tutorial, we do a tutorial every Tuesday night at 7. We start with a tutorial. We have now upped our game. We have what's it called? Nanny fan cam?
Only fan
body cam. We have more than one view on YouTube and Facebook. Instagram, unfortunately, you're going to have 2 apps open, man. And,
Hold on. Something went really wrong now. Something went really, really wrong.
The phone died.
Okay, no, it's back. It's
Okay.
back.
All right. So every Tuesday night, Matthew, won't you just go say to Jan that that's dog food? Sorry, guys. And we do a tutorial for about an hour, and then we do a general Q&A. You can find everything on www.fabric8.co.za, and we have 2 new buttons on our menu, 2 pink buttons. Everything you need is there. You'll find it there.
In terms of our WhatsApp groups,
Yes.
our Facebook group, our...
Okay, guys, we need to leave. The dog is not going to stop barking until his food is in the yard.
No, but guys, leave us a heart, leave us a like, subscribe, give us a comment before you go off and go to bed and go do better things. And then
Yes.
please come back next Tuesday, 7 p.m.
Yo, we got to
We'll-
finish the bag.
Yeah,
We
we'll be
gotta finish
finishing
this
the
bag.
bag. And also, we always save our live streams afterwards. So,
You
our
can
live,
still find
this
it.
one, if you just tuned in, you missed half of it, you're a bit worried how you're going to watch next week one, you've got a bit of homework. We will save this afterwards on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. So, just give us 20 minutes and then it will be saved and you can go watch it.
Okay.
And next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m., see you there. We always upload the patterns for free. So, check www.fabric8.co.za/live-Tuesdays. It's the link everywhere for the free pattern about an hour before we go live.
Okay, guys, one more thing. The biggest compliment you can pay us is copy this and send it to someone who does needlework who doesn't know we're doing this yet. And also, you want to speak to us personally. We do not necessarily answer this phone, so 𝐓𝐔𝐄𝐃𝐒 only works till 4 o'clock, so the phone only will get answered from 8 to 4 and not during lunchtime. But the WhatsApp number is 061 533 4412. Send me a WhatsApp if you want to see the different colors of this fabric that I do have and want to get in on it. I'm selling it at 100 Rand a meter. All the way imported from Pretoria. No, I'm just joking. I really don't need to sell it. It is my fabric. But I know that it is not available. That's why when I bought, I did buy quite a few meters so that I could give people some or sell
And
people some.
just an update on the poll of who's your favorite person. Lisa, Amanda, and Matthew. Amanda got 4 votes. Matthew got 1. And Lisa and also Lisa got nothing. That's harsh.
Only
That's
4
harsh.
votes.
Only 5 people voted.
That's just rude.
Thank you,
Anyway,
guys. Thanks.
Have an
I have
awesome evening.
no idea how to end
Over
this.
and out.
Okay, well, now you can try and be out, but I don't
I'm gonna
actually
be
know how
out.
to end it.
I'm gonna say
Instagram is gone.
Instagram is
How
gone.
is this? How do I turn this off?
How did you start it?
I'm not sure I know how I started it either.